We're doing a little PC fix for a customer real quick. PC was built and he wasn't able to install the power supply, so I'm just kind of doing that here today with you guys because I got nothing else going on today. So I was like, why not just hang out with you guys and just chillax? He did one weird thing that I'm gonna have to fix, is that he set it up, has his power supply not screw in, which is kind of a hazard. We're gonna get a picture of the specs. Yeah, that's fine. So we got 7600 X3D, $200. We have a B5 B850 motherboard. It is the Gaming Pro Wi-Fi 6E. This is actually not bad. A B50 board for 150. RX 9670 XT. And then we got Monolithic XR, $70. The A750 GL. And then 1 terabyte of storage, which is honestly what I recommend nowadays. You have to use 1 terabyte of storage at minimum. 2 terabytes if you plan to install a lot of games. 2 16 gigabyte sticks for 32 gigabytes of 6000 megahertz at CL36, which is good. And the Assassin Peerless 120 SE cooler, which is honestly such a good cooler. Overall, it's not a bad looking PC. We got a nice cooler, Thermaltake cooler. I think this is the 120 version, the nice one. So air coolers have come a long way compared to AIOs. They're so good nowadays. You can just use an air cooler and you're pretty much chilling. So for the power supply, he went with the A750 GL power supply, which is an overall great power supply. Probably my favorite one to build with. It's a great budget PSU. Well, it looks like he attempted to plug everything in by himself. Yeah, no, it looks like he definitely tried to do the cables himself. It definitely is not particularly the best because like he has it all the way in the front side of the case here, which is like, eh. I don't know what the heck was his game plan on this. Oh, okay, that's not even plugged in all the way. Hold up. We're gonna install our 8-pin cable into the 8-pin port right here. We got CPU power, which is the big thing here. You put the motherboard cable in the right spot. We're gonna plug it into the one that says ATX 24-pin, and then there should be another one that's like ATX 24-pin because there's 2 connectors, 1 and 2. Let's plug these 2 in like so. Okay, so motherboard, CPU are set. What GPU are going for? The GPU in itself is, I should need to ask you anyways to make sure that the information. So if you didn't tell me that, I would probably forgot and just gone with like every single connection because he said he went the RX 9070 XT Challenger triple fan 16 gigabyte. So it requires 2 8-pin connections. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in this 8-pin connection, this PCIe 8-pin connection. Another 12-volt connection, and there's an 8-pin connection right here. We're just gonna plug it into this one. And the first one 8-pin we plugged in goes to a 2 8-pin and another 8-pin. I'm gonna fix this USB 3 cable first because he had it in a weird way, so it wasn't particularly the best. That's good. I love it when it's the one front panel connection where they're all connected and I don't have to do any weird stuff. I can just like plug in one cable, be done. 5 different pin cables I have to plug in. So. All right, GPU's installed, awesome. Pro tip, when you install power supply, always make sure you install it like this. The fan should be always pointing towards the bottom. Power cable connection right here, 8-pin's the far left one. We're plugging in there. And then what we're gonna do is just take this 8-pin and then plug it into our GPU, which is our 5060 for testing purposes. Okay, thoughts chat, how do we like the look of this PC? I think it looks pretty good. That goes to our monitor. And then the other thing we need is the power for the actual PC. If anything goes wrong, we'll find out. Good sign, good sign. CPU cooler is working, but problem, none of the case fans are working now. Lovely. So I'm pretty sure this case already has all the fans usually pre-set up. So I'm gonna have to look into that next. I just wanna kind of see if we get any picture for the PC. MSI has a preset performance mode, weird. I'm not gonna mess with that too much. So PC is working perfectly fine, as you can see here. We'd love to see it. What I'm gonna quickly do is I'm gonna shoot him just a super simple message and be like, hey man, you want Windows installed? He says, yes, I will do that. It says, if you can, go for it. Bet. Chat, we have the jank Windows 11 drive for installation here. Pro Home, I think this is the home version. I'll probably just install Pro though, because honestly, I recommend installing Pro than home. And the reason why I recommend Pro is because you get remote desktop and some other features that you can't necessarily get on home without completely resetting your operating system. All right, I'm gonna wait for the finished installation here, and then I am going to mess with the back here. What I should be able to do, and this is what I'm hoping, I should be able to connect all the fans from this actual cooler onto the daisy chain point of the Monolithic XR cables. That should work, theoretically. So this is the cooler ARGB connection we got here, right? We're gonna take this ARGB connection for the cooler, daisy chain it up with this one here, which is a 3-pin ARGB connection for the Monolithic XR fans. It's kind of hard to see, And we're just gonna plug this in. So this will give us an ARGB connection, which is good. I'm gonna unplug one of the 4-pin connections for the fans and plug it in daisy chain. We have this one 4-pin connection. We should be able to plug this into a motherboard, and this should work for every fan to get power to. And then we have this ARGB connection, which we're showing how to plug one in, into the ARGB connection on the top one. And now we should be able to do the exact same thing with that 4-pin connection that we uninstalled and use the one we just daisy chained. I'm really hoping this just works and I don't have to plug anything else in. We'll find out. Okay, chat, moment of truth. If I plugged in everything the way I think it should, it works. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go, chat. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Hold up. Isn't that gorgeous? Just wait till he actually throws in his GPU in. Let's freaking go. Yeah! Okay, let me send him a pic real quick here. He said the following. Let's freaking go. My camera focus. I tuned on the stream. I love it. I can't believe how nice it looks. Yeah, it looks awesome. All right, he's happy, chat. The customer's happy. That's all we want. Yeah, the only question if we have enough intake, probably enough exhaust. Well, these should be, that's a good question actually. So these two, this one's intake. Try not to cut my fingers off. Okay, yeah. I feel we got a lot of intake here for the CPU to exhaust in the back. Oh, chat, good call out. Good call out. Who was that? Zoo? Yeah, this rear fan is set to intake, chat. We need to fix this. Good call, Zoo, you're clutch. Do you order the parts from Newegg? No, I don't. It depends on the situation of the customer. How I do my PC builds here on the channel is like I have the customers either A, bring all the PC parts and I build it for $100. Like I only take a $100 build fee. If the customer wants me to build it from scratch and they want me to do all the parts, I ask them to send a down payment. They'll usually send me the amount for all the parts in general, plus like $100 on top of it. Maybe $200, it depends on the build type. But I usually only profit $100 to $200 every single build. So I try to save as much money for the customer, so I don't really profit on my end. So glad somebody called that out, because I was about to say like something felt wrong about this PC and I was wasn't sure what it was. But the rear fan was just like flipped the wrong way. There we go. Oh, there we go. Exhaust, it's set to exhaust and I can feel it in my hand, which is awesome. So we got intake for the two here. CPU pulls through this way. Yeah, CPU pulls through this way, blows out the back, and then anything else will just rise. All right, PC's good. So we can just patch her on up, chat, and I can take it back to the customer. But yeah, I appreciate all of you guys coming out, hanging out with me, and I will see you around, okay? Cool.